Let's go ahead and move on now to the Los Angeles Rams offseason review. But before we get into that, if you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on what you thought of the Rams offseason so far. Tyler, let's go ahead and get into it. The Rams had a pretty interesting 2022. A lot of injuries. Baker Mayfield came in, led them to an epic comeback on Thursday Night Football, and then completely fell off after that. So going into 2023, what would you like to see them do?
I think was that the high note of the Rams season last year? I think
Yeah.
that was their high note. I think that was by far the high note. I'm sorry. I didn't listen to the questions. I was trying to think if there's anything else that could top that moment. What was your question again?
Oh, coming into this offseason, what do you want to see them do?
Exactly what they keep doing, because if you look at it on over the cap, several of their top players have now moved on. Jalen Ramsey, they say, I guess contract-wise, Baker Mayfield was up there, but also Bobby Wagner's gone. They have lost a lot of guys, and when you look at over the cap, the left side, like the team that they were that they were on last year, and then the team on the right is the team that they're currently on. There's a lot of different teams in that right column. They're moving a lot of pieces away. And there, to me, I'm pretty sure this is the last year of the Detroit Lions Matt Stafford trade, right? So they're going to have their first pick next year. So this, to me, and how they're off and the moves that they're doing, I think they are just prepping for the 2024 season. According to the NFL.com free agency tracker, they've only made 3 moves, on acquiring players and also re-signing. The only player they've acquired was Hunter Long, and that was the Jalen Ramsey trade. Yeah. They have re-signed Coleman Schulten and then defensive tackle Marquise Copeland as well. Okay. That's all that they have done, according to NFL free agency tracker. So I'm missing something. And that's kind of, I think that's what they're doing. They got their Super Bowl. They are now kind of reaping the benefits of that I guess the sorrows of that, I should say. But like, they won the Super Bowl, but now this is kind of that trend, that churn. They've had to get rid of key players that they can't afford. They're starting to try and rebuild. And this is going to be just kind of another tough year for them. On the receiver side, they do have Allen Robinson, Ben Skwarnek, started to come on a little bit with Baker Mayfield. Van Jefferson is there, but they're not guys that could really blow you away. Cooper Kupp is obviously one of the best receivers in the league, but he got hurt halfway through, and there's no point in bringing him back last year as well, because the team was mediocre. So they need to improve their offensive line, but they don't have this first-round pick. I believe they have a second-round pick, don't they?
Yes. So they have a second, 2/3, 3/5, 3/6, and 2/7.
Yeah, and they can honestly go best player available, I think, the entire way through with all the needs that they have. I mean, they could go receiver depth, they could go running back depth. Offensive line depth is definitely a need in there.
I was going to say offensive line and corner are the 2 big things I think that they should double dip at multiple points in this draft. I would love to see offensive tackle at pick 36, if that's possible. Maybe get an Anton Harrison at left tackle, because that was a huge problem when Matthew Stafford was playing last year, was his ability to stay upright, and it was all because this offensive line was just falling apart. So
a lot of people were falling on him, and that's why he got hurt. So offensive line, and that's what I'm saying, it's like best play available, because there's so many different needs. Linebacker as well, Bobby Wagner's not there anymore, even though I don't know how much he was really contributing there. But even then, if we look at their depth chart here, according to our lads, they only have 7 linebackers right now on their roster. So and
this isn't
they do a 3-4. So
this isn't a strong linebacker class. It maybe Jack Campbell, if he's there at 36. I don't think he'll be around at pick 69. Well, in our 7-round mock draft, if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. Shameless plug. But he was off the board at 33 to the Steelers. So and then they wouldn't even get a shot at him. So I really like just taking best player available. I don't think they're really going to be very competitive, especially as we get to the other 2 teams in this division, the Seahawks and the 49ers. I think right now the Rams are just outclassed. They need to retool for 2024. and then they'll have a pretty good shot at it, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's just this year, probably even like most years though, but it's just going to be another home game for whoever comes into SoFi Stadium for them because with them and the Chargers, it seems like every single time they played last year, there was more fans of the opposing team, which I mean, I would find a little embarrassing. But that also being said, that they won a Super Bowl and the Falcons have not, so I digress.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, yeah, like with that first pick for theirs at 36.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many players that come to my mind. I think that were available. Shoot, I mean, you could two birds with one stone. I mean, they do have Tyler Higbee as their tight end, but like if you get like a Darnell Washington, he'd be like an additional lineman to help out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's even a good pick or not, but you know, like
they did just get Hunter Long, and this is
but that's
tight end
not
class.
Yeah, but that Darnell Washington, I think, would be an instant starter. They could do a two tight end system, and I don't even think that they will do this. I guess, but like you can have him on the offensive line, Tyler Higbee line up in the slot, Cooper Kupp on the other side. I don't know, you know, it just anybody best player that they feel is going to make their team better. Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's go ahead and wrap up the Los Angeles Rams there. Again, if you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe and help Tyler reach our goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the NFL draft.